How is it going, Charles? Welcome to another video. This one is going to be a trade breakdown where I will break down 4 of my trades which I took this week. 2 of them were losers and 2 of them are winners. So starting with the first trade which executed on Tuesday. So at the Monday and goal, what do we have? We expanded away from the Monday's open and we have kind of unestablished low of the week because we have very small wick. You can see it on the right side. These are the weekly candles. We do have some further swings on the lows on the XA Euro and the gold. But on Monday, we expanded higher, and going into the newer session of the Tuesday, we took the previous day high, and we have quite a convincing wick created on the highs, and we are expanding lower. So I was expecting a visit to the current day low again because we expanded and retraced on lower time frame, and we were expanding again. So this was my daily bias going into the day. Now we will drop down to the 1 hour time frame. So here I am on the hourly charts. You can see that from daily open on the Tuesday, we went higher and then we went lower. So that was that expansion, mid expansion signature, an intraday reversal, a change in the state of delivery on the hourly time frame, meaning that the wick up daily candle is now printed and we can seek the expansion lower. And as you can see, a retracement is a shallow run. We don't have 6 AM candles low, both on the XA Euro and on the gold, and we were retracing higher into this hourly fair value gap. And what do we have here? As we reach into the fair value gap, now the price is showing a reaction lower, and we have SMT divergence at the previous candle's high. So that means that we are reacting off of this fair value gap, and now we can go lower to the current day low again, which is that London low. So this was my idea because we expanded and expanded in other direction, which was a reversal, and then this was a retracement move. As you can see, we are creating small candles. That means we can still have potential to go lower, and this is also the 50% of the previous candles range, and we can revisit that because we have a whole new session left in the price action, and there is a small draw on liquidity to reach to. So this was my analysis on the hourly time frame. Now the time frame alignment is the 5 minutes, so I will drop down to the 5 minute chart. So here I am on the 5 minute chart. You can see on the right side the hourly candle. On the XA Euro, we took the previous candle high and we are creating SMT divergence. And if you see it on the right side, we have created a small wick and we are already closing below the 50% of the previous candle, which is indicating we're gonna go bearish, and we are executing it from that hourly fair value gap, and this is our drawn liquidity, the London session lows. And so I executed my trade here at the next candle open because we have a change in the state of delivery, putting my stop loss above that swing high, which was around 6 points, and I was targeting and aiming for this low or just 2R because we have a clear market maker model. We have buy side of the curve, then smart money reversal with this MT divergence. So I executed the trade here, and with the next 2 candles, I stopped out of the trade, and the trade execution will be shown in the Discord. You can check that out. Link will be in the description for free. And that was my first loser on Tuesday. And now we will move into the next example. And here I am with the next trade. This was executed on the 1st of October, which was Wednesday. So what do we have going into the newer session? We have taken the previous day low and we are kind of creating a bullish daily profile, and we are going higher. So the only place I can trade towards the previous day high. We do have a large wick, but I will show on the lower time frame why I hold my trade to the previous day high. So we have a bullish daily bias. We have taken the previous day low, and now we are reacting off of it. And the daily profile also supported the idea. So that was the daily bias. Now we will drop into the 4-hour chart. And here on the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we have a 2M reversal taking these lows, and now it is going higher, creating a rejection and a candle 2 on the 4-hour chart. So we can expect expansion within the 6 AM and the 10 AM candle. So dropping down now to the 1-hour time frame, we do have our analysis done on the 4-hour time frame, 2M reversal, 6 and 10 expansion to the previous day high, and now we will confirm our daily profile on the 1-hour chart. So now dropping to the 1-hour time frame, you can see that we have a previous day high resting there, and from the 18, what are we doing? We are going lower, and we do have an intraday change in the state of delivery, consecutive series of down close candles followed by closure above. And as you can see, this is not a retracement because we have a sharp move lower followed by a large expansion higher, which indicates that change in the state of delivery. And in the 9am candle, what do we have here? We have a bullish candle to closure. It is taking the previous candle high, but on the lower time frame, we had a confirmed signature, and we are creating an SMT divergence at the lows with the yes. The NQ is taking the 7am low, and ES is creating that SMT divergence. So this was our candle to closure. Now I will drop down to the 5-minute chart. Now here on the 5-minute chart, we have two choices. The first one is waiting for a closure above this large down close candle. If we wait for the closure above that, then with the next candle open, we can get a continuation order block, but the stop loss is too wide because we can give a few point room to the volatility. And if I'm putting my stop loss here, this will be 90 points, which is not suitable for the intraday trading. So what I did was I used the inversion fair value gap as a change in the state of delivery, and I waited for the next candle to give me that continuation order block to then get inside with the distribution higher. So waiting for the 10am candle open, what have we done? We close above that inversion fair value gap, which confirms the reversal. So now that we have created the wake up the 10am candle and we do have a nice expansion higher, I went into the 3-minute chart. And here in the 3-minute chart, you can see it clearly. We do have an inversion fair value gap, which confirmed that reversal. And within the 10am open, we need that wick to form. What have we done? From the open, we created that wick from a manipulation, get a closure above the down close candle within the next candle. So I enter at the retest because the room between the new candle open and the retest was too small, and I put my stop loss below that body low because if the price is going below that body, that means a change in the state of delivery in the opposite direction, and I will be already stopped out of the trade, and I hold it for the previous day high, which is around 3.7 hour, but I got 3.3 because of the slippage or something. And what are we doing? Within the 10am candle, we expanded straight higher for the previous day high and completed our profit objective. So this was the second trade, and now we will move into the next trade, and eventually we have reached that high. So now here I am on the gold daily chart for the third trade breakdown. So what do we have? From the Monday we expanded higher. We don't have a midweek reversal. The price is just expanding higher, disrespecting the 50% of this week, which indicates we can still go higher. And what do we have? We have a small wick and a manipulation at the previous day low from a fair value gap, and we are in all-time high. So I can't like trade every reversal to the downside. So I traded this bullish. We have a small wick, we have taken the previous day low, and we are also creating an SMT divergence with the XA Euro. On the right side, you can see we haven't taken the previous day low on the XA Euro, and we are creating an SMT divergence with the gold. So this was my trigger for a bullish bias. And now I will drop into the 4-hour chart for the confirmation. So here I am on the 4-hour chart. You can see that we have SMT divergence with the XA Euro at the current day low, and we have an 18 reversal, which is the Asian session reversal in the start of the day with a small wick. So we can expect a 6am and 10am expansion to the previous day high. So this was my objective for the trade, and we are trading from a range low of a consolidation to the range high. And we have a manipulation with 18, so I can expect trade towards the range high. That is the classic accumulation, manipulation, and distribution scenario. And we also have an SMT divergence with the goal again. Initially, we were bearish on the goal because we have that 18 reversal to the previous day low, but within the 2am candle, what have we done? We have taken the previous candle low on the XA Euro, and we are creating SMT divergence with the goal. So this is kind of a strength switch because initially the XA Euro was a stronger asset because of that SMT, but this now the second SMT confirmed that the goal is now a bullish asset. So now we are going to trade towards the previous day high. Compared to the XA Euro, we are more stronger and bullish on the goal. So this is my idea on the 4-hour chart. Now we will drop down to the 1-hour chart for that swing point. So now here I am on the hourly chart. You can see on the right side, I now have an XAU GBP chart because on the XA Euro, we were bullish compared to the XAU GBP. The XAU GBP was the weakest asset because we have an SMT divergence at the previous candle low. The XAU GBP is tagging that, and the goal is creating an SMT divergence. So that means we can trade the goal towards the previous day high, and this is now a candle 2 closure because the manipulation within the 8 AM candle has already occurred within the XAU GBP. It is stepping into that fair value gap retracement into expansion signature. So I can say that this is now a candle 2 closure, and now we can drop down to the 5-minute chart and find that continuation order block. So now from there, I have my swing point. The daily candle supports expansion. We have SMT at the previous day low. And now we can go into the 5-minute time frame and find that swing point entry. So dropping down to the 5-minute. So here dropping down to the 5-minute chart, you can see that the 5-minute candle, which is the 9 AM open, started expansion immediately and confirming the change in the state of delivery within this candle 2 of the 9 AM candle. So I thought I wouldn't find entry because the candle expanded away from the open. So I dropped down to the 3-minute chart to find that early entry, that early order block, and traded to the previous day high. So I dropped down to the 3-minute chart. Now here on the 3-minute chart, you can see we expanded away from the 9 AM open, but we do have a retracement into this big fair value gap because the price left an inefficiency and expanded straight away, so it retraced into that fair value gap, and now we have a closure above the down close candles that confirms this continuation order block, and this is that initial order block. This is the propulsion block, and now I can enter because the drawn liquidity is very near with the next candle, putting my stop loss below the 50% of this week, because on the 1-minute chart this will be a whole series of candle. I will show you right here. This is now kind of a whole series, a bulkier series. So I can put my stop loss at the 50%. My entry was at the retest of this order block because the space between the new candle open and the retest is very small. So I put my limit entry here, and we do have a tiny fair value gap, which is holding that price section. So I executed my trade here, and with the next candle, I got tagged in and the price expanded higher, completing my objective. So here is the twist. I do have my profit target reached on the mini, which is the GC1, but I am executing my trade on the micro contracts because you can scale out of the position easily. If you are trading one contract on the call, you can scale out of the position at 2 hours or something. And if you are executing 10 or 20 micros, then you can scale out easily. And on the micro GC contract, the profit target wasn't hit. I thought the profit is hit, and then I look back into the charts, the price sharply rejecting lower and went to my stop loss, and I will show you that on the micro chart. So I'm gonna type MGC, and here is the contract. You can see that if I mark out the daily high right here, and if I go to the 3-minute chart, you can see the profit target wasn't hit because it was slightly a tick above the previous day high, and on the GC we went above that, but on the micro contract we haven't. This was like unexpected losing, and that happens in trading. So this was my second loser. Now I will go into the next trade. So for the next trade, here I am on the GC daily chart, and I executed this trade on Friday, which is almost after 10:30. So what do we have? The Thursday candle kind of consolidated and took the previous candle's low and closed inside the range, indicating a bullish bias. And this is not quite a purge, it is kind of equal high. So my bias was trading into that high, and I hold my trade for exact 2 hours. So now I have a bullish daily bias because we have a candle 2 closure, candle 3 expansion, small wick supporting expansion, and the daily profile already supported the idea. So I'm going to drop down to the 4-hour chart. So here on the 4-hour chart, we have the same idea as the previous day. From the 18 open, what are we doing? From the 18 open, we went lower, created a reversal within the 22 AM candle, which is also considered the Asian reversal. This is the kind of the daily profile I'm using. So we do have 22 reversal on the XA Euro 2, but we have SMT divergence at the 6 AM low. The XA Euro is taking the 2 AM low and is a weaker asset, and the goal is creating a bullish SMT divergence. So now we have a confirmation that the 10 AM candle can expand higher and to those objectives, which were kind of equal high. This was an expected expansion lower, and this was kind of a retracement on the higher time frame, and we are going back again higher. So this was my bias and idea on the 4-hour chart. Now I will drop into the 1-hour chart. So here on the 1-hour chart, you can see we have an intraday reversal from the 18 open. We went lower, followed by going higher, which is that change in the state of delivery. We have a confirmed low of the day within the Asia, and now we can expect a newer continuation. So I traded that after the 10 a.m. because we had an NFP news. So on the 8 a.m. we expanded higher, also creating a swing point, but I am not longing NFP. So what do we have on the 10 a.m. now? So after printing the 9 a.m. candle, this was my draw on liquidity right here. But what do we have? We have a continuous expansion. The 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. candle expanded higher. So I thought inside the new 4-hour candle, which is that 10 a.m. open, I can expect a new further price delivery, which will be that retracement, a shallow one or a long one, and then followed by another expansion higher. So what do we have here on the 10 a.m. candle? We went into this fair value gap and we have a candle to closure. So now I can trade the 11 a.m. expansion, but also as I have shown you in the backtesting session and the previous trade breakdown, I can split this 10 a.m. candle into two candles because inside in hourly candles, if we are creating a reversal into expansion candle or kind of a reversal candle. So what it does is first 30 minutes of a candle is creating that reversal candle, which is having that large wick. And the next 30 minutes of the candle will create that expansion candle. And also the 11 a.m. will be expanding higher away from that. So this was my idea. So now we will drop into the 30-minute chart. So here on the 30-minute chart, you can see that the 10 a.m. candle itself expanded into this fair value gap and had a large wick, had a candle to closure, and now we can expect a 10:30 and 11 a.m. expansion higher. So my target for this was this small objective because the price already shown that laziness, it wasn't expanding too much, and I targeted this short-term objective, and then the price consolidated and went sideways. So now I will drop into the 5-minute chart. So here I am on the 5-minute chart where we have the 10 a.m. candle went lower and now it is going higher after taking the previous candles low, and if we are waiting for a change in the state of delivery, a closure above, the move will be already over. So what I did, I used the 30-minute and 3-minute time frame alignment. So if you go to the 30-minute chart on the right side, you can see we have the 30-minute candles. We have a change in the state of delivery within the 10 to 10:30 time window, and I can wait for the 10:30 to create its wick, and then I can trade that expansion higher. So waiting for the 10:30 open with the next candle. What do we have here? We started going lower, and now we have a continuation order block which started within the 10:30 followed by expansion higher. So in this case, the order block took a long time, which I don't want to see, but the 11 a.m. was meant to be an expansion candle after that hourly reversal. So I executed anyway right here, putting my stop loss below the bodies and targeting that objective, which was about 2 hour. So what we did, we already have an SMT divergence with the XA Euro, which is confirming that low, that order block, and making it high probability. So after that, we have now 11 a.m. open. It will also create its wick and then go higher. So that's why I didn't close my position. It almost stopped me out. So I was thinking of it as a low of the candle and then expansion higher. And eventually it had my profit objective. We have the 10:30 order block, then 11 a.m. candle open, creating a slow and then going higher and completing our objective, which was a short-term target because the price was already dead, so it didn't want to go to that previous day high. So that's why I closed my position at 2 hour, and it was logical. The execution will be shown in the Discord where I am posting my trade daily. You can visit it, the link will be in the description. So these were the trade breakdowns. Thank you guys for watching. If you want more trade breakdowns like this, let me know in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video, and see you in the next one.